Hi, it's Ruth here, and today we're going to learn how to express regret. You know that feeling when you wish you could go back in time and change your decision or change your situation. Firstly, I will show you how to do this in formal writing or when you are reporting. You need a modal verb plus have plus ed or past participle. If the verb needs to be passive, you also need to put in been. For example, could have been found, might have been lost, for example. Okay, we're going to use this real situation that happened. It was very sad. A devastating earthquake hit the small country of Haiti in Central America in the ocean. And the CNN reported that many of the buildings in Haiti were so shoddily constructed that they were unlikely to survive any disaster. So how would a person in Haiti express regret? They might say, the buildings in Haiti shouldn't have been constructed so shoddily. And if you don't know this word, it means very poorly, very bad work. And here is a real picture from Haiti to show you that many of the buildings were not constructed properly, but they should have been constructed properly. Let's keep practicing. This is what really happened. Structures were built on slopes without proper foundations or containment structures, using improper building practices, insufficient steel, and insufficient attention to development control, the urban planner said. So this is what really happened. This is what was really reported. How could we express regret? The structures shouldn't have been built on slopes. Of course, building on slopes comes with greater risk, especially if you're in an area that's likely to have an earthquake. This is the same passage from the newspaper. What's another sentence we can make to express regret? Here we go. Structures did not have proper foundations. Structures should have had proper foundations. This one is not passive, so we don't need the word been. Let's focus now on the insufficient steel and the insufficient attention to development control. There should have been more steel, and more attention should have been given to development control. Now don't get confused. Been here is the main verb. This is not passive. Okay, this is a new text. Much of the poor quality work can be traced to the poverty. And poverty in Haiti lends itself to people building where they want and how they can. So people do not follow quality standards. And it says here that the construction quality standards are pretty lax. And lax means too relaxed, lazy. How can we express regret? People, do you think it should or shouldn't? It's shouldn't have built where and how they wanted. Who should have been more strict? So in this final one, I have already put the regret here. Something should have been more strict. So you have to look up here and find out what should have been more strict. And the answer is the construction quality standards should have been more strict. So those examples were in formal writing or in reporting, for example, in a newspaper or on a news website. What about for informal speaking? You can use I wish, I hadn't, plus the ed or past participle. A second way is I should or shouldn't have plus the past participle. And the third way is using the word regret. I regret doing something. Let's practice all three with some images. This family is breaking up. And let's just imagine that the man is not a very nice person, and so the lady is saying, I wish I had never met him. Or she can say, I should never have married him. Or, I regret, or because she's really sad and feels very strongly, I totally regret marrying him. Do you need to see the forms again? There they are. I wish I hadn't, ed. I should or shouldn't have, ed. Or I regret, ing. There was the first example. The next ones, you have to try and do it. These guys got extremely drunk, and then the next day or through the night they did some very stupid things because they were so drunk. What could they say? I wish I hadn't drunk so much. Can you make a sentence with should? Remember, I should or shouldn't have. I should not have drunk so much. And I regret, you need ing, I regret drinking so much. Let's do the next one a bit faster. Oh gosh, this guy was playing video games all night. Don't ask me what this game is. And then he wrote his book report, or maybe if you're at university, a literature review. He wrote it very quickly and he got an F, so he failed. What can he say? I wish I hadn't played video games all night. I shouldn't have played video games all night. And after regret, ing, I regret playing video games all night. Oh my goodness, someone has eaten too much. I wish I hadn't eaten so much. I should have exercised more. I regret eating so much. I hope this isn't your experience. So what are you going to say in 1 year from now? Let's see the options. Hopefully, you will be the smiley face and say, I'm so glad that I made such an effort to learn English. And I hope you don't say these ones. I wish I had, or I wish I'd studied more. I should have worked harder on my English. Or I hope you don't say, I completely regret spending all my time with that guy instead of doing my homework. I really hope this is you up here and you don't have to express regret. Gee, I hope you learned a lot from that video and can improve your English and enjoy learning more about English as well. Please visit my website to see so many more free video lessons. My name is Ruth. Bye.